with Treecat here. This is a quick tutorial to show you how to cross-list with Treecat version 2. The first thing you need to do is go to your inventory page, and you can select one at a time or you can select multiple. So let's start out with one at a time. Here's an item that I see is listed on eBay and Poshmark but not on Mercari. So I'm going to click into the card view and I'm going to click autofill. Now it tells me go ahead and copy from eBay to Mercari and click autofill. Now it's doing its magic, and it is, as you can see, it's grayed out right now, and the autofill thing is zooming, so I know that it's still working on it, but I can kind of look and see what it's done already. And it's done okay, so it's done. And I just have to review it. So I'm reviewing the title that it put in, I'm reviewing the description, the price, the categories, the dynamic field information, the condition, it's like new, save that, and the shipping information. I no longer, so Mercari sometimes does change their shipping information, so I just have to make that change and save that. And that's ready now. So then I click list, the list button, and I click Mercari, and it's going to list that right onto Mercari. Now, let's say you wanted to also list it onto, you could list it onto more than one at a time. So let me go back and show you how that works. So let me find some items that are currently not listed on Mercari. So now I'm going to do a filter to show myself where I have items that are listed on eBay, right, but not listed on Mercari. And now it's going to show me all those things that I have opportunities to list onto Mercari. And the cool thing is you can select multiple at the same time. Let's see, do I want to list this on Mercari? Yes. Okay, do I want to list this one on Mercari? Yes. So I'm going to list these 4 bras, not the 50D. Let's see, these 3 bras, and I'm going to click autofill. And I'm telling it I'm autofilling from eBay to Mercari. And I click autofill. And then it's going to start doing, so now I can open these, I can do one of 2 things. So I can open them in separate tabs if I want, or there's a different type of view, and I could click the different view. Right now it's in the card view. So if you see right here in the top right hand corner you have the card view, I'm going to switch that to the other view, which is more of a scrolling view. And then if I wanted to compare them, I could click this compare button, and then I could have them side by side. And that shows me the item listed on eBay and the item listed on Mercari. I don't want to do that, but I just wanted to show you that that option, that compare option, is there. So I like to review these in separate tabs. That's just how I like to do it, but you might like to do it in the scrolling view. So here we have the clicking on Mercari, and here I'm going to review the information that it autofilled. I have to just make sure I like the price, the categories, the size, the condition, and the shipping. I have to make sure that I'm shipping a correctly offered shipping. So I'm going to save that information, and then I'm going to go and list that. Click the list button onto Mercari and click list. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my next tab, and you can have multiple things happening. So while it's listing that, I'm going to Mercari and I'm checking that I like all the information that it autofilled, and I do. And you may find that their shipping is no longer offered, so you may have to change to the most current shipping information. They change their shipping quite frequently. That's all set, and when I'm ready, now I'm ready to just list it. So I click the list button, I tell it to list on Mercari, and I click list, right? And then I can move on to the third one. All right, so I'm looking at the third one, the third autofill that just happened. I'm just scrolling through the third one to see if I like the information. Make sure everything's right. Select what you need to select, save it, and then you can list that as well. Now, the second way there's another way you can cross list using Treecat, and that is through the AI listing tool. Okay, and so to do that, I'm going to go into inventory and click image autofill. All right, and that's where I'm going to add my photos that I've already taken. So that's all my items that I want to list. So I'm going to open those up. I'll open up all the new photos, right? And it is, I'm telling it that I want it to be listed on these marketplaces. And I'm telling it to analyze these 10 photos. So that's kind of how you're cross-listing it. You're telling it to make the listings on all the different platforms. So right now it's analyzing the photos and it's grouping them into products. So now it has created this listing through the AI image autofill. And now I'm going to tell it, create one listing on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, whatnot. Click. All right. It's creating the listings as we speak. So right now, once I'm ready to look at those drafts that it created, I'm going to click open listing. Okay, right here on the right hand side. So I open it and I can see that all these different drafts that it created. So here's the eBay draft. It even gave me all the information, and just making sure everything's correct. Looks good. Okay, I just have to put the SKU in there. And then I look on Mercari and see what it created on Mercari. And condition is not new, it's actually vintage, but they don't have that on there. So then I would save that, and then I would make sure to select the shipping method that I want, and I'd put in the information, 7 ounces and like 3, and then save that, and then it's gonna give me the option for USPS, Ground Advantage, and then I can save that. And then I'm going to go look at Poshmark and see what it put into Poshmark. It put all the information into Poshmark. I do have to put in the original price, right? And I'm just looking at all the categories and information. And if I wanted to put in some style tags, then I could put in those style tags. That looks good. And then for whatnot, also I told it to also cross-list to whatnot. And so it put all the information there. So yeah, I mean, I would probably just change that shipping profile. And so yeah, you do have to check these things, but yeah, that's all set. And then when you're ready to list it, of course, you click list, and then you tell it where you want to list it to, right? And then click the list button. And that's how that works. That's the third way that you can do cross-listing on Treecat. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions about how to cross-list on Treecat, you can reach out to support@treecat.io, or you can click on your help button in app, and we'll get right back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for watching today, and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.